All right, so we're so excited. Thank you for coming to this page that says you're interested in more information about this amazing cabin retreat that we have planned. So the purpose of this video is to share with you some of the vision that's going into this, as well as some of the specific details, so you can make a decision to join us or not. And we would love to have you if you're the type of person that wants to expand, wants to grow, and also loves to have a ton of fun.
I've spent my career working with people in all kinds of different industries. I've worked with professional athletes and artists. I mean, one of my clients was a billionaire. I've worked with lots and lots of business owners and entrepreneurs and lots of people that were in corporate settings and management settings. And I'm amazed to find, I almost can't think of someone that I've worked with personally that doesn't have some element of not feeling quite good enough in their life. And so one of the components that we're going to dive into in this cabin retreat is really analyzing that story that you have about yourself. And what I've found with myself and with my clients is when we can transform the story we have about ourselves, we take different actions. And obviously, if we take different actions, we get better results in our life. So we're going to dive really deep into initially, like, what's up with the story you have about you? Oftentimes people are pursuing success because they think it's going to help them to feel better about themselves. If I can have this money, or if I can have this recognition, or if I can have this success, then I'm going to feel good about me. Often we pursue a relationship to try to validate something that says, if this kind of person loves me, then maybe I'm lovable. Or we pursue health, so we go, if I can look fit or attractive or sexy or desirable, then I'm going to feel good about me. And when we can fix that broken story and really get into it, and that's what's so cool about this cabin retreat, is we're going to go deep, 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 deep into that. Get rid of the ridiculous stories that don't serve you, and then put a story in place that's useful, and then give you practical tools to reinforce that until it becomes your story. What the brain studies show that the brain is really quite malleable. We're able to, through different technologies and through repetition, actually change the way our brain is wired, and then we start to get new results. So that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about.
And what's fun about the intimacy of a small event like this is it gives us an opportunity to go into it at a deeper level than we can in our other workshops, and then to actually teach very practical tools to help make these things a lifestyle. And we're going to have some experiences where you get to learn about relationships and learn about communication. We're going to have some experiences where you get to learn how to get grounded and get to a space of total peace in your life. We're going to get to go through some processes that help you really clear at a deep level the unconscious and limiting beliefs that are holding you back. And one of the things I love about this environment is we're actually going to be training you on strategies to create personal power, to create this unlimited amount of peace in your life, and then also to tap into passion. And one of those tools is going to be meditation.
So my wife and I, Bree, we've had the opportunity to study with one of the best meditation teachers in the world. And we're going to share with you, we're actually going to practice this incredible technique that has, in all the searching that I've ever done, and I've spent over $250,000 in my own self-education, the meditation practice we learned is the most profound thing we've ever found. And that's one of the tools that we're going to be teaching you. We're not just going to be talking about it. We're actually going to be practicing it. So by the end of those 3 days, this will be a tool that you own, that you, anywhere you are in the world. I meditate on airplanes, and I've meditated, sitting in my car, and I meditate sitting in bed. You can do this anywhere. It takes 20 minutes, and it can take all the chaos and all the craziness and all the chatter and all the emotional stress that we experience, and it just lets it go in 20 minutes. And I've found for people that are high producers, if you want to take your game to the next level, stress is part of that. And learning to manage that stress powerfully allows us to actually enjoy the journey. So I'm going to be teaching meditation. In addition to that, Bree and I are going to be talking about relationships. This is a no holds barred. We're going to really get into why people have challenges in their relationships and teach you some really practical communication tools that you can use to really transform the connection you're having in your intimate relationships. We're going to talk all about sex. We're going to have a lot of fantastic conversations about the dynamics between male and female energies, and how to, for the guys, we're going to talk about this, the art of seduction outside the bedroom, how to create an environment where your wife, your partner, feels attracted to you, and for the women in this environment, how to create a space where your man feels like a man. We're going to talk all about this, diving really into again, there's going to be a little bit of theory to explain it, but mostly it's going to be exercises and tools so that when you go home from the event, you're going to know how to manage your stress because you're going to have this tool of meditation. You're going to know how to communicate in your relationship because you've practiced these things and you understand it. You get, well, you can write up scripts and you'll be able to take those things home, and you'll be able to have these tools to go home and transform things. And we're going to have a lot of conversations about money as well, and the stories we have about money and how to practically draw more money into your life.
And so I love this idea of a retreat, and for me, part of the concept of a retreat is you're like unplugging from the rest of the world, and you're coming to like this little sanctuary where you can heal, where you can grow, so that by the end of the retreat you're going to walk away so renewed, so inspired, and with very specific tools to help you dramatically increase the results in your life when you go back into the world. And that's what I love about that. So here's the details that you need to know. It's going to be in Park City, Utah. It's going to be at a beautiful, beautiful cabin. Accommodations are going to be included with the price of the retreat, as well as the food. So we'll have the food taken care of and have some really clean, healthy food for us to eat, as well as some other experiences that we're going to have in terms of perhaps yoga and perhaps massages and other things that we can do to really pamper and make sure that your experience at this event is something that leaves you so nurtured and so fulfilled.
It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a blast. And the beautiful thing about being in this cabin and kind of unplugging your phone for 3 days is it gives us an opportunity to really get to know each other at a really core level, and to be able to experience some deep conversations, some really meaningful soul searching, for you to have some personal time as you're going through and figuring out what you're creating in your life and how to create more of what you want. And then the other thing is we're going to be spending a lot of time just laughing and enjoying the time, and that's one of my favorite things about hanging out with Tony and his wife Bree is like we stay up late and just laugh and have so much fun. And what more beautiful place could you be than Park City in mid-October when the leaves are changing and the mountains are so beautiful, and we're going to be spending some time in nature too. And
so if this speaks to you, if you're in a place in your life where you say, there's these things that are holding me back, and I want to get to this next level. I'm ready to take action right now. I'm ready to move forward and get past some of that old stuff. And I want to have tools so that I can manage my life and that I can access my own personal power on a regular daily basis. If this speaks to you, then we've only got a few spots left in the retreat because it's limited to 20 people. So you fill in the information. Do they private message or is it?
No, there's an application on this page, so just go ahead and fill that out and click the link.
You handle the details.
I've got the details. It's all set up. Obviously, everything that you see in front of you is what you need to know. The dates, the specific details, it's all written out here. And then just fill out the application. Once again, if you feel inspired, the reason why we have an application is we want to make sure it's a good match, so that everyone that comes is someone that really is inspired to be there. And it also gives us an opportunity to have a conversation with you to get to know where you're at beforehand, so we can customize some of the content based on your needs and what you're wanting to experience and what you're wanting to get out of it. So it's really simple. If you feel called, if you want to come play with us, if you want to come laugh, if you want to come experience 3 unforgettable days in the mountains with us, then just go ahead and fill out the application and click the links to set up a time to talk.